Clarence House is the official residence of King Charles III and his wife Queen Consort Camilla since 2003. King Charles has decided not to move into Buckingham Palace after Queen Elizabeth's death in 2022. The house is located in the heart of London, near Buckingham Palace and St James's Park. Clarence House was originally built in 1825. The house is named after its original owner, John of Clarence, who was the younger brother of King Edward IV. And it has since been the home of several members of the royal family. The Queen Mother lived there from 1953 until her death in 2002. It is one of the few remaining royal palaces in London that is not owned by the Crown Estate. Today, the house is open to the public for tours and events. Clarence House is a popular tourist attraction, and it is also the setting for many official ceremonies and receptions, and has since hosted a number of high-profile events there, including a state dinner for President Donald Trump. Windsor Castle. Historic castle, royal palace and family home. Windsor Castle is the longest continuously inhabited castle in the world, and was official residence of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth until her death in September 2022. Just 23 miles west of London and is the destination of 1 million visitors each year. Built by William the Conqueror in the 11th century and has been home to 39 monarchs who have shaped the building to their own throughout the castle. It was a day's march from the Tower of London and intended to protect the western approaches to the capital of England. Surviving siege warfare to the age of medieval knights and chivalry and the English Civil War in 1649. A bill in the English Parliament to demolish Windsor Castle was defeated by just one vote. Windsor Castle has been neglected and declared inhabitable and then transformed into a luxurious royal palace. The castle has survived 2 world wars and in 1992 a devastating fire swept through the building. 5 years later, after a multi-million-pound the restoration works were finally completed in November 1997. Despite countless additions and alterations, the outer walls and the central mound of the castle are still in the same position as those of the original castle was built. Some of the greatest treasures from the royal collection assembled by kings and queens over the last 500 years. Windsor is one of the world's few remaining working royal palaces. Windsor Castle tells the story of 1,000 years of British royal history. It contains over 1,000 rooms and occupies 13 acres of land. Balmoral Castle is a large estate house in Royal Decide, Aberdeenshire, Scotland. The estate has been owned by the British royal family since 1852, when it was purchased by Prince Albert, the consort of Queen Victoria. Soon afterwards the house was found to be too small, and the current Balmoral Castle was commissioned. Construction began in mid-1853, on a site some 90 metres northwest of the original building that was considered to have a better vista. The castle is also used as a private residence by the royal family, and it is often visited by members of the extended family. Balmoral remains the private property of the monarch and is not part of the Crown Estate. It was the summer residence of Queen Elizabeth II, who died there on the 8th of September 2022 at the age of 96. The first time a British monarch died in Scotland since James V in 1542, and the first monarch to die at Balmoral. In addition to the main castle, there are a number of outbuildings on the estate, including a chapel, stables, and a golf course. The castle grounds are open to the public and is surrounded by countryside, and there are several walking trails through the estate. Balmoral Castle is a popular tourist destination for visitors from all over the world. For those interested in history, Balmoral Castle is an excellent place to learn about the British royal family and their way of life. Buckingham Palace has served as the London residence of Britain's monarchs, although the palace is largely associated with Queen Elizabeth II. It was actually her grandfather, King George V, who made it the primary royal residence. Prior to that, Windsor Castle had held that distinction. The building itself is an iconic example of neoclassical architecture and serves as both a private residence and a working office. During important national occasions it also acts as a meeting place for the king and his ministers, a venue for state banquets and receptions, and a workplace for many people who work within the royal household. Buckingham Palace has 775 rooms and is home to over 800 staff members. The balcony of Buckingham Palace is one of the most famous in the world. The first recorded royal balcony appearance took place in 1851, when Queen Victoria stepped onto it during celebrations for the opening of the Great Exhibition. Since then, royal balcony appearances have marked many occasions, from late Queen's annual official birthday celebrations and royal weddings, as well as special events of national significance such as the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Britain and in 2022 the late Queen's Diamond Jubilee. Buckingham Palace also plays host to a variety of events throughout the year, including garden parties, investitures, and state visits. The palace is also open to the public during certain times of the year, giving visitors a rare glimpse into the lives of Britain's royal family. Highgrove is the country estate of King Charles III and Queen Consort Camilla. The property is located in Gloucestershire, England. In 1986, Prince Charles purchased Highgrove and undertook a massive restoration project. Highgrove House was built between 1796 and 1798. It was believed to have been designed by architect Anthony Keck. The house is a detached three-story building, and the exterior of the house features neoclassical decorations, and has 4 reception rooms, 9 main bedrooms, with a nursery wing and staff quarters. It also played a major role in Charles and Diana's courtship during that first weekend. Prince Charles showed Diana around Highgrove, and has remained his home away from home ever since. He even raised Prince William and Prince Harry there when they were little. As the property is owned by the Duchy of Cornwall, control of the house was transferred to William, Prince of Wales, when his father acceded to the throne, and he has become Duke of Cornwall on the 8th of September 2022. The King and Queen Consort will lease the house from the Duchy to use as a country residence. Today, the estate spans nearly 9,000 acres and features a number of gardens, including an organic kitchen garden and a wildflower meadow. Visitors can tour the gardens or stay overnight at the Highgrove House Hotel. Over 30,000 people visit the gardens annually.